Namaste, beautiful. Welcome to my rooftop in the jungle where you will hear lots of jungle noises, and that is a part of being in the jungle. I want to talk about the mind-body-soul connection, particularly the mind-body connection as it relates to asana practice, to the physical practice of yoga. You might have taken some of my classes at this point, and you might have heard some contradicting things when it comes to the mind and body. Sometimes I will say things like, listen to your body. And sometimes I will also say things like mind over body. And these seem contradictory. I think that it is a dialectic. So when we say listen to your body, some people do mean to obey your body. I don't think that's what I mean. That's not what I'm intending when I say that. When I say listen to your body, I mean listen. I mean hear what it's saying and then decide using your intuition, not your brain, to determine if you will obey. Because sometimes your body is saying it can't do something, but it can. Sometimes your body is saying it doesn't want to do something because it shouldn't. And intuition, strengthening the intuition, helps to decipher between those two things. And the way that you can strengthen your intuition when it comes to your body is by continuously practicing yoga in all the limbs to strengthen that mind-body-soul connection. Okay? So the reason I was thinking about this was because I have recently returned to practicing Ashtanga. And so, like I said, I am in the jungle, I'm back in Tulum. I am in a climate that is much hotter than I just came from and that I was in. I have not been somewhere this hot since the beginning of October, and even then it was rainy season, so it was often raining. It wasn't really this hot. And so I got here and for the first 3 days, I practiced Ashtanga in the morning and I was really excited about it. And I was really excited to continue doing it today. And I woke up this morning and I felt so tired and so physically not good. My stomach was upset. I'm in Mexico. This is only my third time in Mexico. All 3 times I've been to Mexico, my stomach gets upset at the beginning. And I continued thinking for a good 30 to 45 minutes. Okay, you know, I'm going to get myself to the point that I can do my Ashtanga practice. And then I thought, would I advise someone else to do this? And the answer was no. I would not advise someone else to do that. I would advise someone else to listen to what the body is saying, and the body's saying no. And in this case, that was something that needed to be obeyed, not ignored. Right? I literally would not have been able to finish the practice without having to deal with my stomach issues. So I thought, okay, I think it is a frequent, a common thing that people have schedules and that people have goals. And there is a lot of pressure to stick to these schedules and to stick toward working toward these goals in a structured way. And that pressure can come from within. And also, there's a lot of that pressure coming from people on the internet, various coaches, teachers, and I'm not one to tell anyone what they should do. And so I will tell you what I do, and you can decide if it makes sense for you. I have a general schedule, kind of, and I have goals, things that I would like to get to. So, most notably, I would like to be able to press to handstand with my feet together. I can press to handstand with my feet apart. I cannot press to handstand with my feet together.
Okay, so I filmed this video about a month and a half ago. And the reason that I never posted it yet is because about 2 days after, I was able to press up to handstand with my feet together for the first time. And since then, there are some days that I can do it, and some days that I can't. Many days that I don't try at all. And so I had in my mind today, I really thought I was going to be able to do it today. And so I had in my mind, oh, I'm going to film myself doing it and then I'm going to talk about it. But I just tried it a couple of times and I can't do it today. But as I have shown you, I was able to do it. So I think actually maybe even the instance of showing you that I can't do it today and I have done it other days, and all of those things happened within the past month and a half, is possibly even more to my point than had I just shown you that I can do it. So I'm going to try it again, and I'm actually going to try it. I'm not going to fake if I can't do it. So who knows? Maybe I'll be able to do it. Maybe I won't. We'll see. No. I swear I couldn't. I swear I couldn't like 5 minutes ago. But okay, yeah. Well, anyway, back to the video.
I would also like to, again, and I could do this when I was a kid, press to handstand from seated straddle. I would like to be able to do these things. And when I have the energy, then I do things that are in line with these goals. And sometimes I don't. And sometimes I fall out of that. And I think it's really important to be able to release attachment to these goals and to be able to ask yourself why the attachment to the goal. I have a little bit of attachment because I used to be able to do this. And, you know, I think, oh, it's going to feel so nice when I can do this thing that I used to be able to do when I was 11, 10, 9. First of all, my body is completely different, right? And second, why is that so important? It's not really. And so most people, I think, who practice yoga at least at an intermediate level, probably not quite so much at an advanced level, because I think oftentimes once you get to like the higher levels, then you have really integrated this idea of releasing attachment, because in order to get to those advanced levels, then it is oftentimes necessary to have integrated this idea of releasing attachment. I also, something I was thinking about was, well, I only know what it's like to be in this body right now. This body that has a menstrual cycle that I think is important to consider as far as energy fluctuation. So even though my stomach was upset today, I also can tell from my energy level, from like the kind of lethargy, like not really wanting to move that much. I can tell from the way that my joints are starting to get a little bit more inflamed. And I can tell from looking at my natural cycles app and seeing that it is day 27 of my cycle. And so, as someone who has a menstrual cycle, I really think that these things are important to consider when it comes to deciding the physical practice to do or not to do. Yeah. So, mind body connection, right? So, in that instance, when I know that it is related to the cycle, then I know that that is a time to obey the body. I'm going to try to start saying obey when I mean to actually do what it says. And I don't know what it's like to not have that. So another something that makes it difficult for me, I do not think that I could ever be a strict Ashtangi, because it is important to me to honor my cycles. And typically, even in Ashtanga, then it um, people don't practice on the first and second day of the period, but those aren't necessarily the days that I don't want to practice. Uh, there are many days in my cycle that I don't want to practice specifically Ashtanga, and so I don't, because there are other days that my body wants to move in different ways. It doesn't want to do this structured thing. And so even if I have in my mind, right, that this is what I'm going to do, I really think it is important to honor the cycles, and to honor the and to be able to read where the lower energy is coming from. Because, there are other times that I will feel low energy, and then I do a practice and I feel better. But I can tell the difference between those things because I have strengthened my mind-body connection. And so it's kind of like this, what do you call it? Double-edged sword? Is that the correct way to? I don't know. I'm not very good with my idioms. Is that even the correct word? I've been speaking a lot of Spanish. Ay, ay, ay. Anyway, uh, it's kind of You figure it out by messing up sometimes. And messing up is okay, you know? Like, if you aren't feeling great and then you do what your mind told you to do instead of listening to what your body told you to do, and then you feel worse, that's how you learn. Oh, okay, so in this particular circumstance, right? So pay attention to all of the things that are happening that coincided with feeling that way in the body. So it doesn't need to be the menstrual cycle. I'm just using that as an example because that's what my thing was today. It can be um, maybe if you've been working a lot and you just haven't been sleeping a lot or something, right? So obviously, well, I shouldn't say obviously, but yeah, if you haven't been getting that much sleep and then your body feels tired and you think, oh, I still need to do my leg day, or, I need to do my arm day. Do you? Why? Because your mind says so? Because someone trained your mind to say so? Think about it. Seriously, think about it. I feel like I didn't really say everything that I wanted to say, but I also feel like that's all that I have to say. So I'm not going to push my stream of consciousness farther than it wants to go. I've been rambling a lot today, which is also another thing that happens as in this time of my cycle. I have the I have the desire and also the ability to just talk, talk, talk. So I'm gonna stop now, in part because it's starting to hurt. Anyway, mind body connection. I'm gonna think about it more and probably say something more concise about it at a different point in time. But the point is, continue practicing yoga to strengthen the mind body connection, or the mind body soul connection, obviously. And as you do so, you will be able to better know when to obey what your body's saying and when to override what your body's saying. Okay, that's all. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. With so much love. Namaste.